Hello, I'm Adin. Let's talk Feral. The principles of the gameplay are the same as in Warlords, albeit with a few changes made here and there. The addition of the artifact spell is a great one. This is one of the few artifact spells I actually like. It's on a 1.5 minute cooldown, the same as the rest, but it's fun to incorporate it into your base opening rotation. So yeah, the gameplay is similar to Warlords and Mists of Pandaria in that you can go either full nuke with Shred and Ferocious Bite while the target bleeds, or you can play with them and bleed, root and dance around them as much as you like. There is also one artifact passive that helps you with the dancing around part. It allows your bleeds to do damage and not break the root, ever. So only someone else can break it, or if you actually melee them. And as you might expect, for any melee, this is going to be really annoying. Also, as any druid can, you can also pick a specialization to complete your repertoire of spells. I go for the healing spells, but the tanking ones seem to be just as viable, depending on who you fight. Also with Shivaragon, you have to switch forms more often to heal and root. However, you don't have much CC anymore beside your stuns, root and slows, because Cyclone is only for balance and resto, so you are limited in that respect, since Cyclone was one of the strongest CCs in the game for a long time. As for the talents, there are a few interesting ones, like Jagged Wounds. It makes it so you can put bleeds on much sooner after you already applied them on a target. And the flow of combat in general is really better because of it. Then there are talent tiers, like this one. You can pick between 2 movement increasing abilities and a heal. And that hasn't been in the game up until now. So I don't know what to make of it, as you usually need Wild Charge when fighting ranged, and you would probably need a heal when fighting melee, more than the charge. The 75 tier is similarly puzzling. If you don't need the utility Incarnation brings, you can go for Savage Roar and gain a 30% increase in damage at all times if you keep it up. But would you ever not need Incarnation in PvP? We will have to see, but for now it was the essential spell in every fight I had. As for the PvP talents, most of it is just simple to figure out what is the best for what situation, though there are a lot of talents you can take that are best in every situation. Really, there is nothing worth mentioning here, it's all as you might expect. When compared to other classes, both talent trees could be better. Same goes for the artifact talent tree. Every spell in there is just a flat defensive or damage buff, except the one I mentioned before that strengthens your entangling roots, and one more actually that is really important. It gives you 100% dodge and 100% armor when you get out of cat form for 5 seconds, that's a long time, or until you go back into the cat form. That means that when fighting against melee, it is a good idea to just go out of the cat form often, especially if you take the Shape Mender PvP talent to heal you every time you do shapeshift. And you can't forget to face them to actually dodge their attacks. The only thing left is to tell you what I think the best opener is. And how it looks like. So first, like always, rake out of stealth for the stun, build up to 5 combo points with Shred, activate Tiger's Fury, then Incarnation, and it's important to activate these 2 buffs in that order, so Tiger Fury then Incarnation, then apply Rip, followed by Healing Touch for the 20% more damage on the next 2 attacks, and this is important because your next attack is going to be the artifact ability, that's basically your strongest attack. Then again to 5 combo points with another Rake and another Shred, because the artifact ability gives you 3 combo points, so it's really easy to go back to 5 again, and then just Ferocious Bite. The only problem here is that Ferocious Bite is really weak at the moment. It's really not balanced at all. Weaker than Shred. So if it weren't for the insta heal or root you get from using a finishing move, Rake would have priority over Ferocious Bite always. That's in the unbalanced beta version anyway. So the spec is not so bad as I thought it was. It's basically a more accessible Feral Druid so that most people can play it decently. And there are still some things you can learn so you can master the class. Though as with everything in Warlords and Legion, the skill cap is much lower than it was and than it should be. I learned the ins and outs of this class, which I think is one of the more complicated ones, by playing it for an afternoon. It however is still fun to play, so there you have it. Thanks for watching and see you next time.